Hi everybody, this is the future Jeffrey talking. Before we get to the video, I just want to say that my book is finally out. Yes! You can find it in the first link in the description below. Right here I have the test version of my book. That's why you see a bar right here. If you get the book, there won't be a bar. But it's called Summer in Kamakura. I've been working on this for the past 4 to 5 months, and I'm just glad that it's finally up now on the website. There's 12 chapters to the book, and to go along with the book, I also made a Spotify playlist for each chapter. So there's 12 songs on the playlist that corresponds to 12 chapters in the book. Those will be the first 2 links that you see in the description below. It would mean a lot to me if you guys can check it out. So yeah, let's get to the video. There's nothing sweeter than taking a walk in the gardens in the morning. I'm convinced. Good morning everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today I am in Virginia again. I told you in that last video that I was gonna come back. It was just too good for me to not come back here. The quietness here is something that you'll never get in DC with all the planes flying around. Virginia is just on a whole nother level. I mean, I swear every place that I go to here just keeps raising the bar in terms of like how beautiful a place can be, because look at where I'm at. Especially now when it's like spring season, when all the flowers are in bloom. Like look at this one, they got the light blue one, pink one as well. Man, I love it here. I know my mom would love being here. I love flowers, but if you see my mom, she loves flowers. So like she'll take pictures of every flower she sees, and I just know this type of place would be heaven for her. I just sat down to get some rest because this place is huge. Once I get my rest, I will keep exploring. Guys, you're not gonna believe this. Look. A whole bed of pink and white flowers. I don't know what these flowers are called, but there's just so many of them. And the sunlight shining down on the flowers, it's perfect right now. I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless. Now do y'all see what I mean when I say that when you take a walk in nature, it just turns your day around? I don't know if there's like a science behind it, but for some reason you could be having the worst day, and then just a simple walk outside, it's almost like it's healing to the heart. It's like a form of therapy, if you want to call it that. If this is not your sign to go outside, I don't know what will. I mean, mite kudasai. Sugoi desu ne. Hai. That run that I did just now almost got me out of breath. I didn't even stretch or anything. I just decided that I want to start running like a kid again. And honestly, it feels kind of nice to have that playful energy. Especially recently, I feel like sometimes I take life a little too serious to the point where I'm not even having fun anymore. Obviously, there's times when you need to be serious, but then there's also times when you should just go outside and just act like a kid. Because if you think about it, we're all just grown-up versions of the little kid versions of ourselves, if that makes sense. My biggest mistake was wishing that I can grow up as fast as possible. I had the most fun times when I was in elementary school in Taiwan. I just had so much fun playing around. This is just a daily reminder to myself that I shouldn't care as much about what people have to say about me. I should just go outside and just have some fun. At the end of the day, nothing else matters if you're not happy and if you're not having fun. Anyways, this is like my first time vlogging in public and everyone is looking at me right now. I'm breaking the fear, but I'm starting to get nervous. So let's keep walking.
自然がきれいな場所にいます。
場所にいます。自然。
ここは台湾です。
ここは台湾です。
僕がよく散歩する散歩コースです。
散歩コースです。
僕は最近料理にハマっています。とか。
Right now I'm doing my daily Japanese learning. I've been watching this guy named Ken. He's like a Japanese person that lives in Taiwan, which is actually perfect because I can use the location to try to understand what he's saying. I don't like to use textbooks to learn a language because I feel like if my goal is to eventually speak fluent Japanese, then I should be trying to listen to as many Japanese people as possible so that I can understand how they speak from a conversational environment as opposed to reading a textbook that tries to teach you like formal phrases one by one. And I would say that probably makes it not as fun to learn a language. Right now I would say I'm still at the beginner level, like N5, N4. If you don't know what that means, basically there's 5 levels to speaking Japanese. So the N5 is basically like beginner level, and then N1 is you're an expert. So for me right now I would say N5, N4. But I'm getting to a point where I can understand what they're saying without having to translate it to English, which is huge progress because when I first started, I would try to understand every single word. So then I would look up every single word, which made it kind of frustrating and it kind of made my head ache too. Instead of doing that, now I just try to grasp the main idea of each sentence. And then the more sentences that I listen to, the more that I would be able to piece together the words so that I can form a whole sentence. Another thing that I feel like is important when it comes to learning a language is you have to practice speaking it. You can learn as many concepts as you want, but if you don't practice it, you won't learn how to speak it. Right now I'm just repeating everything that Ken is saying, and then if there's a sentence where I feel like I can use it in my own context, then I'll do that. So for example, when he says that, let's say he says he lives in Taiwan, right? So that would be Taiwan ni sunde imasu. So then I can use it in my own context and be like, Washington DC ni sunde imasu, if that makes sense. From what I've learned, speaking the language is more important than, learning the concepts, right? Because when you're speaking, you're technically also learning at the same time. Maybe that will help some of you that are also trying to learn a language. I'm getting there though. It's gonna take me a while, but I know that eventually I will get to the N1 level.